Hi everybody! Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I decided I'm going to be brutally honest with myself and figure out why I've been single all my life. So I made a video earlier kind of talking and going over this topic, but I felt like I should go in a little deeper. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's get started. So the biggest reason I believe I've been single all my life is my early on social anxiety and depression that I had when I was in my teen years and my college years particularly, and maybe going into my mid-20s too. Just that chunk of time I was more focused on healing myself, and like the whole issue I had was I had this deep-rooted fear of not being able to express myself, not being able to communicate my inner feelings with people, my opinions. Essentially, I believe I had a fear of being told I was wrong and not being accepted by other people, things like that. So I just had a hard time talking like this. Like I would never be able to do this back then without like having my throat constrict and like going into an anxiety attack back then. So yeah, that kind of really blocked my love life from flourishing or expanding, even though there were like little opportunities that came up. But yeah, that part of my life, like love, was just something that was inaccessible to me. But yeah, back then, that's when I started working on healing that part, like going through counseling in college, and yeah. And then after I graduated, I actually went into a customer service type of job. So facing that fear of like interacting with people, talking, I got more used to it. And I think that was a big part of my healing journey. So the second reason I believe I've been single all my life is because I'm really bad at having fun. Like I feel like love, especially dating, from the impression I get from others, it seems like an important aspect of it is to just have fun and relax. And I think someone who is able to do that probably has a lot easier time dating and finding love. But for me, I don't know, there's just something about love where I am just super serious. Like I am probably not the best dater. Well, I haven't ever really gone on an official date yet. I've tried dating apps, but like every time I go on a dating app, or even like in the talking phase with someone, like I gotta focus all my attention on one person. And then, you know, like if that one person does not work out, it's kind of like you gotta start all over. And yeah, and I have not gone on the dating apps that much. It's like every time I go on them, I don't know, it just doesn't vibe with me that much. But yeah, I think in life I already just do have a hard time having fun in general. Like it's not just dating, it's like when I'm asked about my hobbies, for the longest time I didn't really know what my hobbies were, or like what I do for fun. Like I would say listening to music, because yeah, I think music is nice, like I do that. But like most of the time I like working. I just think about work and do work a lot. And yeah, work is fun to me, but apparently that doesn't count. So yeah, I don't know what to do for fun, though I'm working on it now. I'm trying to do more hobbies. Like I've recently gotten back into beading, like making stuff with beads. I used to do that when I was a kid. That is kind of fun, though I would say the work aspect I like to do more, though, or like working at a cafe is very fun for me. I don't know, I feel like everything just revolves around work for me. Even though I don't make that much money, it's just I like working. Is that bad? So the third reason I believe I've been single all my life is my kind of fear of intimacy. And I think it's linked to my social anxiety that I've had in the past, but like the symptoms of it, not being able to talk about your opinions, what you experience, like the deep things in life, is because I have a fear of intimacy, kind of, in an emotional sense. And I think like a really important part of love and relationships is you've got to get deep with people. Like, especially with a long-term relationship, marriage, like I don't think it's gonna work out if it's always surface level. Like you just never reach, if you never reach that level of depth, like it's, I don't know, at least for me, like it might differ between people, but yeah, I think that's something I needed to work on throughout my life. So the fourth reason I believe I've been single all my life is I tend to put other people first, or I think too much about other people, and I have a pattern of ignoring myself. Like I've essentially created a world in which I made myself small, I've ignored myself, what I wanted in life. It kind of ties into not having hobbies in a sense. Like I ignore what gives me joy, what gives me happiness, because I'm always trying to do better for other people, the world, society, and it kind of disconnects you from who you truly are, what you actually like or dislike, even when it comes to life or love and relationships. And then also I feel like having this pattern made me realize like I kept attracting people who weren't for me, to show me that, oh, I was ignoring myself or my likes, my dislikes, what I actually value and need in life. And that is something I had to wake up to and see. Because essentially in life, especially in relationships and people, you attract people based on what you believe, what is in your inner world. And I was completely ignoring myself to the point like I did not know who I was back then. And there was a process in my life recently where I had to realign myself with what I actually want, with what I'm actually looking for. And yeah, that really made me open my eyes to how much I didn't know myself, how much I was kind of criticizing myself or belittling myself. Yeah, I was just being very mean to myself internally, and I didn't even know it. But yeah, it was something I definitely needed to go through in the grand scheme of things before finding love, even though I didn't know it at the time. Like this was not something like, oh, I have to heal this part within myself before I find love. It just kind of happened. Like I think healing just naturally kind of occurs as you live life, and it's like it just happens, and it's like, oh, I have to work on that, I suppose. But yeah, that was definitely something I needed to heal. So the fifth reason why I believe I've been single all my life is just timing. Like, I do believe there is a divine timing to things. There's God's timing to things happening. And the big reason why I believe this is because there was a time in my life where I was really set on using dating apps and just continuing it until I got a boyfriend. Like, I was super focused on that, and that was my goal. But then, like, life happened, and my dad had a medical emergency, and I had to move back home and start caretaking for him with my mom. And yeah, I guess the dating app thing just kind of completely flew out the window at that time. But yeah, those series of events made me realize maybe that pathway was not for me for that time in my life, and I just have to kind of leave it to God rather than like be really controlling about, well, I'm gonna do it this way right now, no matter what. Like, I guess that energy was just not for me at that time. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but my dad did recently pass away. I was gonna make a video about it, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. But yeah, I guess like now things have opened up to where I could date if I wanted to. And I've thought about it, but like using a dating app. But I don't know, I just feel like it's like I just need to rest, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. We shall see. I feel like most people will know when their right timing is, and if it's not the right time, just life happens in a way where it's just gonna guide you in the right direction, I guess. So the sixth and last reason I believe I've been single all my life is because I'm really bad at taking action or making the first move type of thing. Like, there would be times where I would meet someone at the grocery store and I'd be like, oh, they're a nice person, but I can't make the move, you know? Or I would go to a cafe and I would lock eyes with somebody and I wouldn't make a move, but it was because I would get blocked by another happening or someone else, and things would just happen, and yeah, there would be blocks like that. But yeah, I think it is very important to be present, and like when the right person is there at the right time and you got the feels, it's important to make the move in life, because that's how life works. Like, you gotta take action. But yeah, I think my issue with that is like I'm just a very careful person and I probably think a little too much. Well, it could be a good thing too, because I'm not like carelessly taking action. I do think that is something I need to work on for the future, is being more present and yeah, taking action, especially eye contact. I am so bad at eye contact with guys around my age. Like, I can make eye contact with people, with like children, old people, but as soon as it's a guy around my age, I am looking like the opposite direction. And it's very bad. I don't know how to work on it. I'm trying to. Like, every time I go to the grocery store, I try, like, I keep it in the back of my mind, like, this is something I need to practice, but I'm still bad at it as of right now. So that is still something I need to work on. So how am I gonna change this in the future? Like, this list of all these reasons that are keeping me single, potentially. Well, I feel like I don't have to work on everything. I think like like a lot of these things, and even like someone being single for a very long time, I think it's all meant to be in the end. Like, there are just people like that, and I do think, like, there is every type of person in the world, and every type of person is needed. Even the person who is, you know, kind of bad at people like me, or relationships, or does not know what they're doing in love. Like, I think everybody is needed. You know, you're probably needed by a certain person in the world, and you will just find your person eventually in life, and yeah, you guys will be the perfect fit. So yeah, it's not something I am that worried about, like fixing these things, but you know, it's something to be aware of, I think. So, for the social anxiety, I have healed that. I think like probably 95%. So I think I'm okay there. And as for having more fun in life, that is something I'm still working on. Yeah, I think it's okay to be serious in life and dating and love. So I don't think it's something that needs to be like changed right now 100%. And I do think like I'm the type of person who has fun with the right person. Like, and I have no control over it. Like, I don't know why. I just act differently with each person. Like, some people I will have more serious conversations or be a little more serious with. And then some people I just joke around the whole time. And the conversations are all jokes and no one knows what we're talking about. That type of relationship. So it all just depends, I think, and it'll just be what it will be, I guess. So as for healing my fear of intimacy, I think that is like maybe 50% healed. Is that bad or good? Like it's kind of hard to pinpoint because I think this will become more apparent in a relationship, but it's kind of hard to see when you're not in a relationship. But yeah, I'm trying to talk more about myself. And I guess this whole YouTube thing helps because, you know, like I kind of had an aversion to social media in a sense, talking with people I don't know and strangers. Like, do I have to do that? But I did feel there was a reason why I did do this whole YouTube thing, and I still don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going with this. But it is one of the biggest reasons I did this was because I still had like a nagging fear around talking to people and divulging things with other people. And yeah, I guess I'm also bad at like showing my bad side or my failures in life. Like, I'm bad at showing my negative sides, I guess. Like, I kind of do have a perfectionist tendency that I'm kind of still breaking out of. So, like, this whole YouTube thing is helping me, I feel like, talk more. And I think talking for me is like the big thing that's holding me back from emotional intimacy. Like, I don't want to tell you my bad sides, my failures in life, my emotions. But, you know, that's something I am working on. And as for divine timing, I think I've kind of gotten a hang of it. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to control stuff now. Like, it has to be, like, I have to have a boyfriend now. That type of thing. Like, I'm good with whenever. I think, it'll happen when it happens. So, as for not taking action or making the first move, is that something I need to heal? I do think I need to be more present, pay more attention, and get used to being able to at least make eye contact with guys my own age or around my own age. I think it'll just happen when it happens, but yeah, we shall see. It might be something I need to work on still. But I feel like it's one of those things, like, if there will come a time when I will work on that, but also it's like, I don't think it's like at my top of the list of things I should work on, I guess. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. But yeah, my final thoughts on everything, like all these reasons probably why I've been single all my life. Like, I'm not really making this video to attack myself or kind of indirectly attack other people for being single all their life. Like, I don't think anyone has to be perfectly healed, complete, whole in order to find love or their soulmate. Like, I feel like on social media or even from people we know, we may be told we need to do certain things or be a certain way to heal ourselves in order to find love or be successful or, I don't know, get the perfect life. But, you know, I think most of the time just being a tiny bit self-aware and not being like super avoidant, I think that's enough in life, honestly. And I think it just happens in life. Love, success, whatever. But yeah, I guess that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.